Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie ESTHER here, and this is my second YouTube channel called Paulie Pops, where I make videos about my hobby of collecting these Funko Pop figures you see here behind me. And well, today we got a shipment from Drop, which this means this is some of our digital Funko Pops from those NFT card packs. And this is, unless I missed my guess, this is the Steven Universe set, which did not sell well. This really marks probably one of the least welcomed sets, the least supported sets, I should say, and the decline of Drop, where you just started to see stuff not even come close to selling out. In fact, they had to destroy almost half of the production of the cards of these. And I wound up going in at a little heavy, not because I'm a Steven Universe fan. I know it's critically acclaimed, and there are a lot of people who really love it. And there are some older pops of Steven Universe that have quite a bit of value to them, similar to how the original Adventure Time pops have value, the original Steven Universe pops have value, and I just felt like this was going to be an underrated set with lower than expected production numbers. And once the burn rate came in, it seems like that played out. Now, is the value there? Let's go ahead and see what the most expensive pop is in this. Let's see. Steven Universe Digital Funko. So, yeah, it looks like the royalty is about $150 US, and the Grail is $300. So we're going to go ahead and get into these here. Okie dokie, and I should also get my redemption information at the ready so I can share with you what's what. So, these are those new sorters that they have, and they added this piece of foam here to protect them in transit. So, fingers crossed that everything is good here. We're going to open these up. I actually have 15, I believe, 15 redemptions from this, and I wound up even selling some of them off. Because I just had so many. So, like I said, I went heavy on this. Now, these are those glossy boxes. So, even if they had the old style without this piece of foam, I expect that you wouldn't see a lot of that scuffing damage. But these are super high gloss. So glossy. Get the shine on those. Very glossy. So, this is Garnet. And it says on here that it's an NFT release out of 2000. This is one of the legendaries. But they burnt so many cards that only 1,057 of these were redeemed. So almost half of the production run did not get made. And in theory, should either have not been produced at all or destroyed. They have so much lead time on these that I don't think they're actually like destroying 1,000 pops. I think they're just waiting to see what the redemption numbers look like and then rolling the presses and getting them going. So they might have a little bit of an overrun to make up for damages, things like that, box replacements and things, but I don't think that they're destroying 1,000 pops personally. There's another Garnet. I think I have multiples of everything in this set. So is this going to be a box all of Garnets? Looks like it. So we got 3 Garnets here, all looking really good. 3 Garnets. I'm actually going to put these back in this box because I have so many boxes to open here today. So I'll put that on the side. I do like this new shipping method that they're doing. So I think it's working out well. Touchwood. Here we go. Box number 2. Now it does have this like rip strip that you're supposed to just tear this tab to open it, but it's just easier for me to cut the tape and open it because then I can reuse the box, you know. So another 3 sorters in here. Once you have them out of this, you know, presumably they're safe at home with you, you can change the packing method and reduce the amount of space this takes up. All right, so this is the Grail here. Let me see. Let's see what else is in this box. Is this going to be what's in here. so there's your royalty. I'm just going to go, normally I would just like, oh, I'm going to save this one for last, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and show them to you as I open them because there are so many. So, did I show you the back of the Garnet, by the way? Maybe not. So here's the back of the Garnet. That's the card that you had to collect. The legendary, if you pulled this card out of a pack or bought it through the marketplace, if you were the owner of this card on the day that the tokens were distributed, it would give you this token and you would redeem it for this physical pop to be mailed to you. So that's the legendary. One step above that is the Grail. So this is the one that I'm telling you is selling for $300 on the aftermarket here. I actually wound up with 3 of these, and I wound up selling one of them off so that I could use the funds to buy a Grail that I didn't get that I wanted more. Was that a good move? I think so. So I wound up selling one of these, and I bought the Mojo Jojo Grail from the Powerpuff Girls. I think that was a good move. So this is Blue Diamond, the Steven Universe Grail here. This one says there's only 999 of them made, but it's even less than that. There's the card that I pulled. I actually pulled 3 of these cards. I did pretty good. So kind of always the way my luck goes. If it's a set that I'm really eager to get the cards on, then I strike out. But if it's something that I'm just kind of indifferent on, then I do really well. I pulled 3 Grails. Don't get me wrong. I am happy to have pulled 3 Grails, but they aren't like Grails in my heart, if that makes sense. So of the 999 of these, only 536 of these were redeemed. So just a little over 500. That's why this is a super rare piece, and it's $300 out of the gate because it is super scarce. And I've got 2 of them. Like I said, I had 3, but I decided, do I really need 3? Am I going to run into 2 Steven Universe collectors to buy my extras, or should I just sell my card on the marketplace and use the funds to buy Mojo Jojo? So that's what I did. And I made a couple of sets because I bought so many card packs. I was able to make sets, and if you get an entire set of the cards, meaning all of the commons, all of the uncommons, all of the rares, and all of the epics, they'll give you a token for having a complete set for what they call the royalty pop, and you can redeem that royalty token for a pop. And in this case, they send you this card, Freddy Funko, as Steven from Steven Universe, and then you can redeem it for this physical pop. Now, they had a perfect number of 2,300 sets that could be compiled perfectly. If the cards all wound up in sets, you could make 2,300 sets, which is an impossibility, but, you know, by the odds, it could happen. But we usually see about only 2/3 of the sets being completed. Usually, like for an example, from the Power Ranger set, there were 2,400 Ivan Oozes, but only 1,576 of those were claimed because, like I said, it's about 2/3. 1/3 of them just never get put into complete sets. This was even less. This is about 1/3 of the number here. So of the 2,300 Freddy Funkos as Steven that could have been claimed by making complete sets, because half of the product was destroyed and then those cards weren't available to be put into sets, only 876 of these were made. Under 1,000. This is, you know, rarer than the legendaries from this set, which those are pretty rare. Under 1,000, 876. So that's why this one is going for $150 out of the gate. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one in the future. I think that's going to be a pretty good one. I do potentially have a trade lined up with a fella to get a Grail in exchange for that. I might have to bring up my end a little bit, but pretty close, and I'll be happy to trade an extra royalty to get a Grail that I'm missing in exchange. Okay, box number 3 of 3. So I think I have 5 of these boxes of 3 here. So this is probably, well, I don't know, probably going to be another run of the same. Okay, so this is probably going to be all my royalties, because I think I made 4 sets of these. So of the, whatever it is, 876, I'm going to have 4 of them. another Steven. So this box is going to be all my Stevens. So one box of all my Stevens, one box of all my Garnets, one box with my 4th Steven and my 2 Grails in it. Yeah, there we go. So we got 3. Whoa. Throwing around 800. Limited edition pop of 800. All right. Stevens are looking pretty good. Yeah, in the end, you know, I went kind of heavy on this, and I was like, is there going to be a market for this? Because if it, you know, in theory, if the packs don't sell out, then that means there's disinterest in the product, right? But I just said, you know what? I just have a feeling that the Steven Universe fans aren't familiar with this marketplace. Once they find out that these are out, that there will be demand. So I said, I'm just going for it. So, and I don't really have any regrets. Having pulled the 3 Grails and being able to make the 4 sets, I don't have any regrets. I don't think the legendaries are as expensive as I thought they would be for pieces out of 1,000, but the Funko market is pretty soft. So I'm okay with the strength of the royalties and the Grails, as opposed to the relative indifference of these legendaries, because some of the vaulted pops from this series are worth more than these legendaries, which to me is crazy. So here's another legendary. This is Ruby, and that's the card you had to pull to get the Ruby. I don't know enough about the lore of this series, but it looks like she's at a wedding. I don't know enough about the lore of this cartoon. So this is Ruby, and out of the 2,000 as stickered, only 1,103 of those were made. So a little over 1,100. Like I said, almost half of these were destroyed. So don't let these stickers fool you. These are much more rare than the sticker would have you believe. There's the second Ruby. I mean, used to be, I know the market is soft, but used to be like if a Comic-Con had a pop out of 1,000, that was like a $300 pop all day long. So, but I know the market's soft, but yeah, usually stuff out of 1,000 is pretty darn rare. And my third Ruby, I think I had like 4 of each of these, and I wound up selling them off for funds to buy pops that I missed. So then this last box should be the 3rd and final legendary. So there were 5 redeems in this altogether. 3 legendaries, the Grail, and the royalty. So I wound up with 3 of each legendary, kept 2 of my Grails, and 4 of the royalties. Yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna set all this off to the side, open these up all at once. Yeah, I don't have any complaints with these new sorters. I know people didn't like them. I think that this was a good solution with this piece of foam wrapping around this, and it seems to have done the job. So we have the 3rd and final legendary, which is Sapphire. That's the card you had to pull out of a pack to redeem for this pop. Similarly, it says it's out of 2,000, but the numbers lie. And the actual number that were redeemed were 1,029 of these Sapphires. And again, I have 3 of them. And I didn't really do any like trading back and forth to make my numbers match up. It just wound up that I wound up with 3 or 4 of each of them. And just because of the odds, right? The odds evened out. In the end, the odds are going to just balance out if you have enough permutations, right? So you're opening that many packs, the numbers are going to balance out, and you're going to get, by the odds, what you should get. So we got 3 Sapphires, 3 Rubies, 3 Garnets, 2 of the Blue Diamond Grail, and 4 of the Freddy Funko as Steven royalties. All right. Yeah, everything's like, knock wood, perfect from what I can tell. So they did a great job on these shipments. No complaints here. And the next one that I'm going to be waiting on is my Jurassic Park set. I did not get the Grail out of that. I wanted to get the Grail, but I just didn't have any luck. And maybe I've saved myself some disappointment by not getting it, because I'm seeing a lot of people get that Mosquito in Amber in the mail, and it's broken from Funko. Like, a lot of people have gotten broken Grails, so that's going to be a problem. Hopefully Funko is going to fix that for those people with the busted figures. But that's all I have to show you today. Looks like I have some cleaning up to do now. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps the channel a ton, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.